have inserted in the Mentimeter? All right. Some of your classmates said shorter than a novel. So a short story element, okay? Don't forget the element. Short story element is shorter than a novel. According to Anya, it's based on an opinion. Based on an opinion, it has fictional characters, a narrative story about life lessons. Someone said the type of unshort is a part of a story. Personal experience. What happened to CE? Experience only? Mateo Gabriel. Okay. 5 key elements of a short. Okay. So I can see that some of you have answered almost what is within a short story. Alright. So now let us see and tackle what really is a short story. Let's look back there. Okay. Later let's look back on that answers and see if you've hit all the marks. Okay. Alright. So let's focus on the short story. A short story can anyone read? Anyone that I haven't heard yet today? Princess. Princess Yuri, can you read? Class, turn on your camera, okay? Because you are recorded in my computer. So I want to see all of you having your camera on. Okay, Princess Yuri, can you read?
A short story is a made up story that is short enough to be read in one
To
sitting.
be read?
It has a clear beginning, middle,
And then, okay.
and tell about an event, adventure, or problem that a character experiences.
Alright, so a short story can be read in one sitting. So it's shorter than a novel. Okay, that's correct. Whoever said that in the millimeter, it's shorter than a novel is correct. You can read it in one sitting. It has a clear beginning, middle, and end that tells about an event, adventure, or problem that the character faces. Now I have a question. Imagine you are writing your own adventure story. How would you go around making a story? How would you make a story? Imagine the process if you're going to make a short story. Other hands. Other hands aside from Anya. Mateo. Okay, tell us. Mateo, are you raising your hand?
I accidentally put it.
Ah, it's okay.
Sorry.
Alright, can you answer the question though, Mateo? How would you go around making a story if you are writing an adventure story?
Um, an adventure story.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh no. Uh, like I will make it like the main character. Uh,
Okay, you can try. You can call for help if you need help.
uh, can Raymar do it?
Raymar, help him. It's just an opinion. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. Imagine just writing an adventure story. How would you make one? Like what's going to be your process?
Once upon a time, there's a man. His name is Mateo.
Okay.
He goes. He goes at. He is very poor. She own. She has a farm that all of his friends are working at.
Uh-huh.
She she is a businessman that uses his own own ideas to make something more better.
All
It's
right.
better.
All right, to make it better. So you started with once upon a time. So you had a process, you had a sequence, all right? That's very good. So that's how Raymar would make his story. So
Very good.
when you are making that short story, Raymar, what were you thinking about? What were you thinking about? What do you need to have when you were making that? Oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, so that it would be a short story. What were those?
Um, a noble,
Hmm?
a noble.
A novel. You're thinking about a novel. Alright. Okay, you're thinking about a novel when you're thinking of your story earlier. Okay, we'll see. So our focus today is supposed to be short stories. So we're not directing our focus on a novel. Okay? So for Raymar, he started with an introduction. Once upon a time. All right, once upon a time, and then he introduced the characters, and so on. So that's what I saw from your story, Raymar. Now, for the others that answered in the chat box, let's see. Um, Trinity said making a draft of the plot. So that's how she would make a story. Aisha said using key elements of a short story. All right, key elements of a short story. Celine said thinking of a plot first and using my own experience. That could be. Some people do that as well. Liana said using the key elements of a long short story. Which one? Is it long or short? Yumi said inspired by something and making it with the right grammar, complete elements in it, and understandable. All right, that is right as well. When you're writing something, you have to keep mind of the grammar, proper punctuations, and so on, so that it would be understandable. Bien said she will use fictional characters and make a surprising plot. Dana said I would write my story by having an idea, then writing it without minding the punctuation. I would fall. Okay. So you would just write a rough draft first. Okay, rough. Make a draft of the plot. Okay, so that's how some of your classmates would do your short story. But today we are going to be learning about how to properly make a short story. Though you will have to keep mind of all of these elements to produce a very good, or at least a good short story, so that you can know what are the parts, what's the need to have in a short story, and so on. All right, so these are going to be the elements of a short story, right? So you have to keep mind of all of these, because if you're making a short story, or at least if you're reading a short story, then you will see all of this. All right. Okay, let's uncover each of them first. All right, beyond their definition, let's see what their purpose or what they really are. Okay, Anya, I can see Anya is very excited. How about the others? Okay, so make sure take out your notebook, prepare your ball pen because you will be taking down notes, right? You will be taking down notes for our um, lesson for today. Okay, let's start with character. Character.